You're working well.
Oh, we're splitting the flock to move them onto home farmland.
Healthy looking lot.
No good to us otherwise.
As long as you don't leave us with all the rubbish.
Hey, excuse me. All Emmerdale sheep are the best. Every one of them a little beaut.
Sarah's helping out. We could use you too, Joe. No mean task moving this lot to home farm.
Sorry, Jack. Got things to do. Oh, by the way, I like the new marking colour. Green, very appropriate. Just hope it's biodegradable.
Oh.
All right, Mum.
Hi, love. Oh, did you grow those?
Yeah, esteemers. Clever, eh?
Yeah, I'm impressed. Always said you had talent.
Hey, what are you doing with yourself today?
Alan's taking me out for lunch.
Huh? What's he after?
Don't be like that, Nick.
Oh, come on, Mum. There's no such thing as a free lunch with Alan Turner. If he's taking you out, he must want something in return.
Don't you worry. I know all his little tricks.
Oh, morning, all. Morning, Kim.
Dolly asked me to dig up these potatoes for dinner.
Oh, fine. Just leave them on the drainer for her, will you?
All right.
How's Elsa?
Oh, she's much better, thanks. Still in hospital. I think she's getting a bit bored with it now.
Poor kid. Still, be worth it in the end when that little baby arrives. You lucky things. I do envy you.
The kitchen needs sweeping out after that. I'll see you later.
Where are you off to?
To help Jack and Kathy move the flock.
Looks like the whole farm has to grind to a halt because of Jack.
Now, come on, be fair. I'm only going to help for a couple of hours, that's all.
Yeah, I'm sorry, love. It's me, I'm just tired, that's all. I was up late cutting the last 20 acres and I can't get on with anything till the next farmer who hires this turns up to take it off my hands.
Yeah, well, we're all tired. We've all been doing overtime. Why don't you come and give us a hand? It's an historic day for the farm. The start of the organic age. Oh, come on, Joe.
Well, I want to start ploughing the stubble in.
Well, I'm sure that Jack would appreciate it if you would. So would everybody else. It's to everybody's benefit.
You better get on, or Big Brother will be after you.
Does that mean you will?
We'll see.
What do you want, Jock?
Mrs. Taber.
She's out riding. Didn't you see her?
Just arrived.
It's a bit late to be starting work, isn't it?
Ah, well, that's just it. You see, I'm not coming in today. Can you let her know? Got a few things to sort out, so I won't be in. Just let her know, will you, Dolly?
Yes, all right. I'll let her know.
Morning, Caroline.
Alan, didn't expect you this early.
Well, it's the early bird that catches the worm. That's what I always say.
Thank you very much. Do you know, I'd forgotten how beautiful it is here.
Yes. And peaceful.
Being rich does have its advantages, Alan.
Yes, but it has its responsibilities too. Don't forget that.
You don't have to be wealthy to have responsibilities, you know.
Yes. Now, where would you like to go?
I don't mind.
Well, the Range Rover's outside. Lunch. There's a nice little pub in Richmond, which has a splendid restaurant.
Sounds good to me.
And then what about tea at Betty's in Harrogate afterwards?
Alan, you're the only man I know that can plan a route gastronomically.
Well, it is my treat, of course. Oh, but if you don't mind, I'd like to look in on the fish farm. Just poke my head round the door. You never know what Seth's getting up to when he's left to his own devices.
No problem, Alan.
Right, well, shall we go?
Lead on.
You all right, Kate?
Yeah, I'm fine. I remember looking at everybody's faces when I first decided to go organic. I felt a complete idiot. I believed in it.
How do you feel now?
Optimistic.
Yeah, me too. Hey, look at that.
Is it a fire, do you think?
Ah, some chump burning his stubble. Well, they never learn.
Anytime you feel like a change, Dolly, just say. You can exercise the horses with my blessing.
Oh, thanks. I'll stick to what I know best. Oh, did you see Jock?
No, why?
He won't be in today. Things to do, he said.
Good. I haven't told Frank he's working here yet.
Oh.
Zoe and Jock had a run-in yesterday. Now she's threatening to tell Frank. So I have to really, before he finds out from someone else. He's not going to be too pleased.
No, he won't.
Oh, spotted some friends of yours earlier on. The Sugdens. They're invading home farm land.
Oh, yes, the organic lamb. The Emmerdale empire expands.
Well, it's hardly expanding if Joe had to sell Demdike.
Oh, he's not sold it yet. We've just agreed a price, that's all.
But you are going to buy it?
Yes, I think I will. Seems the right thing to do.
Well, I've never known Frank's advice to be wrong.
Can I have a word?
Sure.
Look, there's no easy way into this. I was talking to Zoe. She tells me that you and Kim are
Yes?
trying for a baby.
Kim really ought not to have said anything.
So it's true, then?
Look, what is this? All right, I've decided to have an operation to reverse my vasectomy. When it's done, and it's a big if it's successful, we're going to start thinking about having babies.
It's that Kim, isn't it? She's put you up to this.
Now, you be very careful what you say.
Of course it's Kim. Why else would you want another child at your age?
That's hardly any of your business. It's not something I want to discuss at the moment.
Listen, I'm part of your family too, you know. It'll be my brother or sister, and I think I'm entitled to a say.
Oh, do you?
Yes. How are you going to cope with early morning feeds and dirty nappies, eh?
I don't believe I'm hearing this. Look, whatever your problem is, I suggest you sort it out. Otherwise, you and I are going to fall out in a big way. In the meantime, I suggest you keep your mouth shut and your nose out. Am I clear?
Oh, I wish I had my camera. Record a bit of history for the photo album. Emmerdale farmers, pioneers of organic farming in Beckendale, 1990.
Oh, they look happy enough. Hey, eat up, it's good for you.
Well, I have to say that was great fun. The big roundup. Well, a fairly big roundup.
It sounds suspiciously like you enjoyed it.
No, I just happen to enjoy bullying sheep.
Just like old times, eh, Carla?
You mean me working when you'd promised lunch?
Well, I had no idea we'd be here for this long. Heaven knows what's happened to Seth. But orders are orders. I mustn't disappoint my customers.
Alan, I don't mind, honestly.
They haven't done very much. Well, give us a chance. Arnie Hobbs only got here about an hour ago. Took him 2 hours to get here from Connelton.
Connelton, why?
Oh, half the roads are shut. Hedgerow on fire. Someone burning a bit of stubble. Got out of control.
That must have been the smoke we saw.
Yeah, it's the same every year.
Why do they do it?
Custom and practice.
All right, their dads did it. They do it as well. It's quick and it's cheap.
That's what they say.
Isn't it?
Well, when you've got to plough in a fire break, pay a couple of men to watch over it. Not to mention the environmental damage it does to the hedgerow, wildlife.
Smoke hazard to roads and railways. Releasing carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. You tell them, and they never listen.
Yeah, some people never learn.
Nope.
Do you know, for a moment then I could have sworn you two were in agreement about something.
Hey, we'll have to watch that.
Might become a habit otherwise.
Right, that's it, all done. I don't know how I would have managed without you, Caroline. Do you know, these last couple of weeks, I've realised how much I miss you around here.
Well, you know where to come if you need a quick bit of gutting and packing.
Oh, you mean a lot more to me than that.
We've still got to get this lot delivered. And what shall I do with the leftover ice?
Oh, stick it back in the freezer. Hmm?
Got a better idea.
No?
This is for that lunch effect to provide.
Two can play at that game.
Oh, no, you wouldn't, Alan. You
Oh,
wouldn't.
yes, I would.
Hello, sir.
Afternoon, sir.
Why did you have to say anything?
Frank, it just slipped out. I'm sorry. I didn't think Zoe would say anything.
Well, she did.
We've nothing to be ashamed of, you know.
I'm not, but Kim, you're jumping the gun, love. We don't even know if it's possible to have a baby.
It will. I know it. And Christopher will just have to come to terms with it sooner or later.
If and when anything happens, that would have been the time to have told him.
I know. I was just excited.
He's bound to tell Kathy. She'll pass it on. Before we know where we are, half the blasted village will know about it.
She's not a gossip, Frank. She's sensitive enough to know that it's a family matter. Frank, love, I honestly think you're making it a lot worse than it is.
Maybe. I mean, it's difficult enough getting used to the idea of having a baby without listening to a lecture from my own son. As far as I'm concerned, it's nothing to do with him or anyone else. And until I've seen the consultant, I'd rather drop the topic altogether. Right? By the way, I'm out tonight. Boxing supper.
Oh, OK, enjoy it.
I intend to.
And they were galloping about, chucking ice at each other like a pair of 10-year-olds.
I don't believe you, man. What turn on Mrs. Bates?
As sure as eggs is eggs, they were giggling and chasing each other.
There's something going on there. She's got him wrapped round her wee finger. What else did he do?
Jock, I'm sure it were all perfectly innocent. In some ways, Mr. Turner's an honourable man.
Honourable? He's never heard of the word, man.
And Mrs. Bates is certainly a decent woman. I reckon you got it all wrong, Seth Armstrong, as usual.
I have not. He were chasing her and trying to stuff ice out front of her. What's up with you?
Afternoon, Mr. Charlton.
Tony. I've just popped in to see Kate Sugden. I've arranged to meet her here. Has she been in yet?
Behind you.
Oh, Tony, I'm sorry I'm late. I got held up. Afternoon, all.
Okay.
Oh, Charlie, come on in.
They told me I'd find you here. I can't stay long. I just thought I'd drop in on my favourite businesswoman come housekeeper.
Businesswoman?
Your property deal.
Oh, you mean buying Emmerdale? I've not actually bought it yet.
Ah, music to my ears.
Why?
I really don't think that property is that good an investment at the moment. Buy now and your place could be worth less in a year or two.
I have it on good authority that property's a safe investment.
Not necessarily. I was rather hoping that I might be able to do you a bit of a favour.
Oh, in what way?
Well, first of all, I hope you don't mind me asking, how much are we talking about?
50,000?
50,000. Put it to good use, Dolly. It could earn you a lot more.
Well, I'm always ready to listen to any ideas.
Good. I rather hoped you might.
Well?
I'm always a bit wary of questionnaires. I always think that people tend not to take them seriously. This one's certainly going to cause a stir in certain circles.
Really? You mean I've only been here a month and I'm already in danger of being controversial?
Could be.
Brilliant.
These questions are really going to get people talking. Does the church serve a necessary function in the local community? Do you think the church ought to open its doors to non-religious activities? What does that mean?
I'd like to open a youth club in the old crypt.
You're kidding.
I'm being practical. People complain about the noise levels from parties in the village hall. The crypt is soundproof.
Well, I think that most people around here think of the church as a sacred place to worship in. I think the idea of it being used as anything else is... Well, I don't necessarily agree with them. I'm just playing...
A devil's advocate.
Yeah.
But you'll still help me deliver these.
Oh, yes, of course I will. I just want you to know what you're getting into.
You know, I didn't know what to expect here in Beckendale. Apathy, perhaps. Downright hostility. I didn't expect somebody so full of commitment.
Well, after what I've been going through, I just wanted to put something back into the community. Be of some use.
I know. Well, you are. Very. And I appreciate it. Well, here we are, sitting in a pub with nothing to drink. Can I get you something?
No, I think I ought to be going, really.
Hi, Sam.
Hello, Kim.
Yeah, Sam, take that upstairs. That's a good lad.
He's a good boy, isn't he?
Sam? Oh, yes, not bad, considering what he's been through in the last few years.
Must be great company.
Yes, yes, he can be fun. When he's not being exasperating, infuriating, or downright naughty.
But you'd say the good times outweigh the bad?
Oh, yes, of course.
Oh, hello, Dolly. Right, I'm off then. Don't wait up.
Would you like something left out for you for when you get back?
No, I'll be eating out and I could be late.
OK, have fun.
I usually do with Terry Prince.
I must meet this man one of these days. You've met him, Dolly, haven't you?
Yes. He seemed very nice.
He's going to alienate his congregation if he's not careful.
He's dead keen, Annie.
Well, that's something, I suppose. Look at that. Age. Lord, if I've got to fill that up.
Well, he's trying to work out the ratio of young people to old people. His idea is to try and get them mixing a bit more.
He's going to upset the parochial church council, you know.
Well, I do think you should back him up.
I don't go to the meetings anymore. I'm thinking of standing down.
You can't do that. The PCC needs people like you.
On the contrary, it's people like you it needs.
Me?
Yes. For the last few weeks, you've been pouring all your energy into the church. Oh, I know it's because of what's happened, but at least it shows the metal you're made of. I'd like to stand down from the PCC and nominate you in my stead. What do you think?
Well, when would it all happen?
Well, the next meeting is Lent next year. I could propose you and Henry would second you.
Next year? Well, the court case would have come up by then.
By then it'll all be behind you. This time next year you could be a fully fledged councillor.
I'd like that.
Good. I'll phone Henry.
Right, all down to Woolpack tonight then?
Woolpack, why?
End of harvest thrash.
Oh, I don't think I better. I think I better give it a miss.
Why?
Well, I think it's wrong to be down there celebrating after what's happened.
Oh, come on, love. People aren't going to think any the worse of you because you want to be with your family harvest night.
No. I was down there earlier. I was terrified that Bill Whiteley was going to come in.
Oh, I see.
I just don't think that I can face him.
You've got to face him sometime. You can't go on avoiding people forever, you know.
I just feel so terrible. I know how he must be feeling. I just wish I could say to him that I'm sorry and that I know how he feels.
Well, try it.
What?
Try saying you're sorry.
Joe's right. Worth trying. Might be all he's waiting for.
Right.
Hi. How long have you been here?
Oh, I finished early. I thought I'd come home and put my feet up.
What's wrong?
Nothing.
Not much, eh?
You must know, Dad and I had a row this morning.
That's what families are for, aren't they?
This is serious. He and Kim are planning to have a baby. He's going to have his vasectomy reversed.
I see.
Making a laughing stock of himself.
Oh, Chris, it's none of your business. If Frank and Kim want to start a family, you should be supporting them.
He doesn't want kids. Not at his age. It's Kim. Just another of her pathetic whims. First it was horses, now she's decided she wants children. And he just goes along with it. Of course, my darling. Whatever you want, my darling. God, it's sickening.
You're being unfair. Have you considered the possibility that your dad might want to start a family?
He's got a family. Me and Zoe. She's trying her best to break us up.
I can understand you feel threatened by the thought of a kid, brother or sister coming along.
I'm not threatened. It's ridiculous. I'm not some jealous school kid.
You sound like one. Look, if you want my advice, give Frank and Kim your support. If you don't, you won't have to worry about Kim trying to break up the family. You'll be doing it all yourself.
Oh, it's you, is it?
Could I have a word, please?
Could I have a bottle of dry white wine, please, Henry? Alan's cooking supper.
Trout?
How did you guess?
See, what did I tell you? Evening, Mrs. Bates. You and Mr. Turner have a nice day, did you?
Yes, thanks, Seth. Did you? Thank you.
Hiya, Mum.
Hi, love.
How's your day out with Alan?
Didn't get out. Finished up packing fish.
What, so no lunch?
No lunch. We're having supper instead.
Oh, I see.
Don't worry, it'll only be business. Don't think this evening's going to be quite what Alan expects. Thanks, Henry.
Yep.
Poor Alan.
What do you mean?
Well, I know he's a so-and-so, but I can't help liking him. He makes me laugh.
Is Kate about?
Did you? I've not seen her.
It's funny, I could have sworn she said she was coming down here.
Bill, I know it's hurt you badly, and I know how you must feel.
Do you know what it's like to outlive your children?
No.
Dad was about your age when he would take. And now I've lost my grandson. Have you any idea how I feel?
No, but...
Then don't tell me you know how I feel, because you don't.
Bill, if there was anything I could do to make it up for you, I would. If you hate me, I understand that. All I want to say is that I share your grief, and I do understand how you're feeling.
Oh, you do you? I have lost my only living relative because you had been drinking. And you had neither the wit nor the decency to leave your car behind and walk home. And there's any justice in this world, when you come in front of the judge, you'll be found guilty and sent to prison for a long time. But no matter how much you suffer, it will never be enough for me, because it will never make up for the loss of my Peter. There, now you know how I feel.